Valley Warrior Marching Band. And now, tribute to Troy. We begin this evening with the patriotic medley, Spirit of America. And now, Planet Rock.
You talk to this guy? You talk to him?
I'm talking to him.
No, don't talk to him.
You want to know how I could possibly be 65 years old?
And be my student, too.
Hello, guys.
That old guy. Hey, let me talk to you. One work I got. Press ball. When I retired, one person was the first month. They named Varsity. John.
They need Christmas. Oh, yeah?
John.
And where did you go?
I'll take it as long as we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sarge Albert Stadium for your game tonight between the McGuffey Highlanders and your Central Valley Warriors. Your referee for tonight's contest, Tony Ganzak. Umpire, Carmen Travada. Headline judge, John Pillow. Line judge, Zach Ash. Side judge, Brian Pillow. And field judge, David Dittler.
Good night, guys. Anybody back here need 50-50?
The visiting Highlanders of McGuffey, led by head coach Nate Merritt.
She bitched and she wants to be up there.
They can only kick you out. They can only kick you out if they're not. Yeah.
See, Marty's even good.
Marty.
Yeah.
Oh,
He and Mariana down there.
Probably going to have an earthquake. Marty's here. That's his first game in 15 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, this night has been 15 years in the making. During that time, Sarge Albert Stadium has seen 6 WPIAL champions and 3 PIAA state champions. These men take the field tonight to defend and honor that legacy. So get on your feet and let's hear it for your Central Valley Warriors.
And another beautiful night here at Sarge Albert Stadium for Central Valley football here on the Central Valley YouTube Sports Channel. Tom Hayes along with Mike Sullivan tonight, where finally we're starting conference play in the Western Hills 3A Conference for Central Valley, hosting McGuffey Highlanders. Both teams 0-3 on the young season. Of course, 3 tough exhibition games for both McGuffey and Central Valley. And Mike, this is really when it starts to count, though. You forget about the 0-3 record. You realize that this is your first conference game, and the Warriors at home have got to take advantage of this home field advantage and try to come out with a big W tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. And, yeah, like you said, 3 tough opponents to start the year. I think Montour, TJ, and Bell Vernon are combined 6-2 on the year. Those are 3 really good football teams, and hopefully, you know, you'd like to think that those tough opponents to start the year, just like last year, will help Central Valley going into conference play tonight and being able to come out with a W tonight.
And the Warriors McGuffey has won the toss and elected to receive. And McGuffey, they lost to Washington, Trinity, and West Allegheny. West Allegheny all over the Highlanders, 65-7 last week. And, of course, Central Valley lost to Bell Vernon here at home 25-22. They lost to Montour 27-20 in the first game. And in the middle, down at Thomas Jefferson 37-14. So really they could be 2-1 on this young season. It's been that close, but it's a young football team. A lot of young kids getting some playing time, which is only going to help them get stronger down the stretch as Dominic Pratt will tee it off. And we'll see if he keeps his touchback streak intact. I don't think he's had a non-touchback kickoff yet that I recall.
Yeah, I can't recall either. He's been doing a great job for the Warriors.
Tough field goal that they missed at the end of the game was from the left hash mark. Really a tough angle. I believe it was about a 29-yarder. We'll get a look at this McGuffey offense under second-year head coach Nate Perry. McGuffey was a AAA team for the longest while and dropped out, or AA school for a while, and then 2 years ago stepped up to AAA competition. Pratt is into the football, and it's into the end zone. Touchback, McGuffey. Don't expect a lot of passing by the Highlanders tonight. They're a run option team. So first and 10 for the Highlanders are at their own 20-yard line. Not a lot of numbers on the squad, but they do have some size to them. They got some good-sized linemen, and they're going to have to come up strong tonight. At quarterback will be Dakota Reedy, the sophomore. Or check that, he's a senior now. Tight handoff, good gain up the middle. Gain of about 5 yards on first down. That was Dennis Fermanak. He's a sophomore.
Good tackle by Garrett Worsing there. It looked like Lawson was in on that as well.
So gain of 6 on first down. That's a big win for the Highlanders. Second down, 4 to go. Another tight handoff, breaking outside. Fermanak again with the first down, and Jackson Sullivan with the tackle, but not before the Highlanders move the chains. And that's right, Jackson Sullivan, the freshman with the start tonight. Mike, proud dad. How's that make you feel, seeing your boy in the starting lineup there for the Warriors?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, pretty proud of him, and got to take advantage of the opportunity here and help his football team.
No doubt about it. That's a heck of an accomplishment. Wearing number 18, the number of his old man, Mike, back in his glory days at Blackhawk High School. Former Geneva Golden Tornado as well, my partner. Out to the 39, first and 10. Pitch in the backfield, and they're going to drop him for a loss. Good defensive play by Ondrusik initially, put away by Ethan Shearer. And Lucas Jerevac was there as well. They lost 4 on the play. Second down, 14 to go.
Be interesting to see, Tom. I know McGuffey's pretty run heavy, so it'll be interesting to see as they get in, here second and long, and if they get in third and long situations, how aggressive they'll be with throwing the ball. I know they don't throw it a lot.
They don't. Reedy has an active arm, but they do not like to throw it. But second and long, we'll see what they do. They're going to run it, and they're going nowhere up the middle. Oh, what a hit by Jerevac. Man, I felt that up in the press box.
Yeah, great stop by Luke there. Looked like he came through untouched and just lit the tailback up for quite a loss.
Third down, probably about 16 or 17 to go.
Yeah, long 16 looks like.
Now you almost have to pass it or run a draw or something simple
Right.
to get some field position and kick it away.
Right.
Depends on your philosophy. And they're going to hand it off up the middle, trying to get some yardage, and they don't. Maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, it looked like Nolan O'Neill. Yep, Nolan O'Neill on the stop there.
Bottom of the pile. Pappy Joe's got to be happy about that one. So it'll be a punt situation for the Highlanders after moving the chains and getting 1 first down. Kick is away, and it's a heck of a roll. Lawson is going to try to pick it up, and he does, and he's got decent yardage out to the 29-yard line. That's a heads-up play by Aaron Lawson to pick up that football, Mike, and not let it roll down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it was, and on this field turf, that ball can roll forever. So, yeah, that was a great job by Aaron.
So the Warriors on offense for the first time. They'll start at their own 28. 8:35 in a moving clock here on this first quarter. First possession for the Warriors.
Mekhi Ahmed back in the lineup, Tom, after being out since the first game.
Jet sweep to Lawson. Lawson has good yardage. Gain of about 6 on the play. Nice cutback by the senior.
Yeah, that was a great cut by Aaron. That play was designed to stay outside, but yeah, he made a great cutback inside and was able to pick up a few more yards in the play. He'll take second and short all day long.
Absolutely. They're going to give him 7 on the play. Second down, 3 to go at their own 35. Scoreless early on. Pass outside to Lawson, and he's going to go nowhere. No gain on the play. Nice coverage by Gabe Shriver.
Yeah, they snuffed that out pretty well. And the timing was off a little bit. That ball was a little bit high, so Aaron had to go get it, and they were able to come down and make a play.
Third down and 4 to go.
And the clock says 4. That almost looks like a long 4, almost 5 to me. Need to pick this up here.
Pass is deep for Ahmed, way too high. He really wasn't open, so the Warriors will have to punt it away. So it'll be 1-2-3 kick for the Warriors on their first drive.
Yeah, McGuffey was given a lot of cushion there. Their DBs were, and Ahmed and actually I think it was Ahmed and Knoll just ran slants. Yeah, it looked like Knoll was open early, and then gave the ball to Ahmed, and just ball sailed on him a little bit as well.
Again, Antonio Perry out of the lineup with an injury, so it'll be short kick, and got a little bit of a Warrior roll. That was Luke Searich with the punt. Down at the 37-yard line.
Ball was down by Ethan Ondrusik. And Tom, I just wanted to make mention Ethan Ondrusik's dad, Joe, sadly passed away this week. I knew Joe a little bit. He went to Blackhawk, was a few years behind me, and just want to send our condolences to the Ondrusik family. And it's good to see Ethan out here tonight, but playing with a heavy heart. And I didn't know Joe real well, but the little bit I did know him, would say hello to him when I'd see him from time to time. Just a great guy, always had a smile on his face, just praying for their family.
Yeah, certainly so. And well said, Mike. And we offer our sincere condolences to the Ondrusik family. And, oh, man, you wonder how a young man can even suit up and play. But that just shows a lot of maturity for a 10th grader in Ethan. And, Ethan, our hearts and prayers are with you tonight, buddy. Surely the Warrior Nation appreciates your commitment to this football program with everything you and your family have been through this week. God bless you. Second down, 10 to go. No gain on the play. Tight handoff. That time it was Brody Wagner. They use a lot of different backs.
Yeah,
Wagner's a senior.
Yep, that was just a dive to the fullback there. They only picked up about 1. I'll tell you what, I know they don't throw the ball a whole lot, but if you want to give yourself a chance to win, you're going to have to throw a little bit, especially when they're getting in these second and third and long situations. You got to be able to throw the football.
Third down, 9 to go. We thank you for listening and watching on the YouTube channel. And those of you on Facebook, good friend of mine, David Strasser, always puts our feed on Facebook so all of our friends can watch, and appreciate it, Miles. Drop for a loss in the backfield. The big man, Brendan Alexander, in on the stop.
Yeah, great job by Alexander there coming off the edge. Like we lost a couple on the play. It's going to be fourth and
12 now. And on the punt will be Sam Stout. Back deep is Aaron Lawson.
Remember Cliff Stout?
I sure do. I was at Three River Stadium when he came in with the Birmingham Stallions and Mahler snowballed him.
Oh, I forgot that he played.
Yep.
So he played for the Stallions.
He did. Lawson loses the football, and he got it back somehow, some way.
Yeah, Aaron fortunately got it back. It looked like he just took his eyes off the ball at the very last second, but that's not what you want to do when you've got another opponent that's on the road and they're searching for a win, and you don't want to give them any life early in the football game.
Cliff Stout, this is S-T-O-U-T for McGuffey. He was S-T-O-U-D-T.
D-T. I didn't remember that he was D-T.
Out of Youngstown State University. I'm an old man, Mike. You know I'll remember that stuff. You mentioned old Steelers. Inside handoff. Shearer with a lot of yardage all the way down to the 40-yard line, and the ref goes down. Hopefully he's okay. There's already a shortage of officials in the WPIL. We can't afford to lose one during game action. And, you know, I really do want to give a tip of the hat to the officiating crews that work these games. Mike, it's a thankless job. It really is. We criticize them. We question calls.
Yep, it is.
It's human nature, but there is a dearth of officials in the Western Pennsylvania area. And no wonder the abuse they have to take. But, hey, the games don't get played without them. I'll say that.
That's right.
Shearer with a couple off left side. So we certainly appreciate the efforts of our fine officials throughout the WPIAL and the PIAA. Second down, 7 to go. Ethan Shearer had just under 200 yards rushing last week at 186.
Yeah, Ethan had a big game last week. I think that first run there was about 25 yards in the game, first play from scrimmage.
And Bosco with it, and Ethan breaking for a first down to the 24-yard line.
Great cut by Ethan there to pick up another few extra yards there.
This is the E3 backfield.
That's right.
You got
the 3 E's.
Ethan Shearer, Ethan Bosco, Ethan Ondrusik. So if your name's Ethan, you might get a chance to run the football in this offense. Inside handoff is Bosco. And Ethan gets about 3.
A pretty good tackle there by Dennis Fermanak from McGuffey.
That Colton Smith on this defensive line, he's 6'5", 285. That's a big dude. Check him out. Second down, 7 to go. Warriors on the move. They're going to throw for it. Jerevac can't hold on to it. Pass a little high from Braddock Ambrose.
Ambrose's pass to number 11, Lucas Jerevac, falls incomplete.
Yeah, just a little bit out of Luke's reach there. Going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Obviously in Dominic Pratt range, but Mark Lyons wants a little more than that. So he and Larry DiVincenzo will dial up something they think can get the first down. 3rd and 7 at the Highlanders' 22-yard line. We're scoreless with 2:46 to go in this first quarter. Inside handoff, gain of a few. It'll be short of the first down by a lot. And this might be Pratt time, and it is.
Yeah, they're going to kick it.
Handoff up the middle to number 20, Ethan Bosco. Brought down by number 65, Colton Smith.
Ethan Bosco with the carry again. This will be a 35-yard attempt by Dominic Pratt. Right in the middle of the hash, Mark, so that helps out a little bit, you would think. Kick is up, and that kick is no good. Looked like maybe wide right.
Yeah, I think it had to be wide right. It didn't. It looked to me
Pratt's
like it was right down the middle.
Pratt thought it was good.
It's interesting. Some of the people behind the goalpost too are questioning the call, but wondering if it was close to being right up over top of the upright.
Well, the officials are right underneath the uprights. They can look up and see where the ball crosses. And it's too high for us to get a look on the replay.
Wow. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to tell on the end zone view, but it looked like it was pretty close.
There were some that thought the field goal last week was good against Bell Vernon because it was so high over the upright.
Well, that hurts to not come away with points there. We got to not allow them to get out of the hole here and get the ball back.
They'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the inside handoff goes nowhere. Alexander's there.
Yeah, great job by Brendan there. McGuffey's not getting a whole lot of push up front.
Have we seen them pass yet? I don't think we have.
They haven't. No, you're right, Tom. Yeah, they've yet to pass the football.
2nd down, 10. Now, they heard about that Sullivan kid in the secondary. That's why they don't want to throw the ball. They're afraid to put it in the air. Second down, 11 to go. Another inside handoff isn't going anywhere. They might have got a yard or so at that time. Nolan O'Neill with another tackle. 3rd and long again. So it's been a lot of 3rd and long situations for McGuffey early on.
Yeah, I don't think they've had less than this. I think this might be the shortest 3rd and long that they've had. 3rd and 8 the previous series. I think it was 3rd and 15 on their. Was that at their first possession, if I remember.
Under a minute to play in this first quarter already. And they run it tight again. I don't know. It's just not an offense that you're really going to strike fear in the opponents, Mike, when you just run it up the middle every down almost. We're not even seeing a lot of inside sweeps or, reverses or anything. It's just been straight up the gut.
Yeah, and they have that wing back, and I think they've given it to him once, but not even a whole lot of misdirection.
I think they're going to let the quarter expire, and they will. So at the end of one, we have no score, but McGuffey would be back out the punt to start the second quarter.
Central Valley Warriors, 0. McGuffey Islanders, 0.
Well, the Warriors should get decent field position here. We moved the ball well on the first drive. Unfortunately, unable to come away with points. So I'm actually forgetting, Tom. Was that our second drive?
Yeah.
Was that our second possession? I'm sorry, second possession.
And
so
they don't, and the thing is, they've been in some 3rd and mediocre range, like 3rd and 4, 2nd and 4, and they, 2 downs and move the sticks, and they've thrown the ball quite a bit on those opportunities and haven't been able to connect.
Right.
So it might be time to just stick to the ground and grind it out till you get a 7-0 lead here.
Sure. Yeah, and thinking back to I think we've had 3 pass attempts so far. The one to Lawson in the flat, and then to, if I recall, to Schroeds on the slant, and then down here to Jerevac. And all those balls have sailed a little bit on Braddock. And was noticing last week late in the game some of the balls were sailing on him. He seems to be thrown a little bit off his back foot. So we'll see how that goes as the game progresses here. Braddock's a great player and has a great arm.
High snap. Stout goes back and gets it. It's Mekhi Ahmed back deep. And he's brought down immediately. What a special teams play there by Brody Wagner. But Mekhi Ahmed held on to it. Remember, Lawson muffed the last punt that they had. So let's see if the Warriors can get this offense on track. They're out to the 45-yard line, 44-yard line already. Jet sweep to Lawson. He's going to take it outside. Nice move, and he got the first down, I do believe. Well, let's see where they mark him out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like it, Tom.
I think he has it.
Yep, by about a half a yard.
Yeah, definitely.
great stiff arm by Aaron there, and great job. It almost looked to me like they thought he was just going to go out of bounds, and then he cut it up right along the sidelines and was able to pick up a couple more yards.
They're down to the Highlanders' 45-yard line.
That jet sweep will, if you're successful with that, that'll should eventually start to spread things out and make things more open, running the ball up the middle as well.
They run it the other way. No, they keep it. Ambrose has it, and Braddock with about 8 or 9.
Number 8, Braddock Ambrose on the keeper.
Brought down by Dennis Fermanack. Fermanack's had about 3 tackles already.
Good for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2.
Second down, 2 yards to go for the Warriors.
So Michael Beatrice, also a freshman, Tom, in at left guard right now for the Warriors.
And it's on Drusy. He goes behind Beatrice for the first down.
Hand off to number 6, Ethan Shear.
I think that was Ethan Shear actually on the pickup.
Brought down to number 7.
Yeah, we're moving the sticks. We just got to put the ball in the end zone here.
Got to keep it going, yeah.
Don't want to stall.
You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I would just keep running it till they stop it. Down to the 34. And Ethan Shearer up the middle. And I don't know if they're going to stop this one. They don't. It's a touchdown. Ethan Shearer goes 34 yards for the Central Valley touchdown.
Yeah, great job right there by Ethan. Great job by the O-line. Tom, they were locked up in straight man-to-man with no free, what you would call zero coverage. So both safeties were locked up on the inside receivers. And when it would have been Lawson, he was the slot receiver to the near side. He actually, right when the ball was snapped, he widened, and the free safety came right with him, and it just opened up the middle of the field. No one in the middle. Great job.
All-important extra point. And it's good. So 7-0 CV with 10:08 to go in the first half. What a hole. Mike, you got to give the offensive line the credit there. Ethan, obviously, great ball carrier, but, man, that initial hole was huge. And then Shearer just bullied right up the middle with some power and strength and some speed.
Yeah, they had a really good surge up front. And, yeah, he didn't even – he got touched by the one D lineman, got an arm on him right at the line of scrimmage, and then the safety, but that was it.
34 yards by Ethan Shearer. And
we'll see if Pratt keeps the streak alive and puts
yeah,
it in the end zone here.
Oh, the official tripped over the football. Yeah, I'm anxious to see if Dominic can keep this rolling.
There's no breeze at all. The flag is
Yeah, you're right.
still,
It's very still.
yeah, not a whole lot of air moving.
Leaves now just starting to change color a little bit. And it will be a touchback.
Brett's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 to the Highlanders on the 20-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a cell phone found in the women's restroom. It was an Android cell phone.
Well, let's see if McGuffey will try their first pass on this drive.
Your phone, please come up to the press box.
Yeah, they've yet to attempt one.
Heavy to the right side, but Jarovac is there.
Romanek on the carry.
Boy, Luke just reached out there and grabbed the ball carrier like it was nothing.
Yeah, great job by Luke. And Tom, what Central Valley's doing too on defense, and I do the same thing, they've actually almost got 9 people in the box. The free safety's up real tight to the line of scrimmage, much more than they normally would be, and the strong safety, the rover position, what Central Valley calls it. And they're basically forcing McGuffey to say, you're going to have to throw the ball if you want to beat us. And they're just content on running the football, but they're going to have a really hard time doing it with 8 or 9 in the box.
Yeah, especially with O'Neill and Alexander and Jerovac right up front stopping things. And they do it again for no gain. It's O'Neill. Nolan's having a fine first quarter.
Yeah,
like
great job by Nolan.
Lawson came up and helped them out. O'Neill's a senior, 6 foot, 225. 3rd down, 10 to go.
Yeah, it's rare to see our safeties. I mean, they're less than 10 yards off the ball. You know, it's rare to see both of them that tight. And even on passing downs again here, they're still tight to the line of scrimmage, much more than we normally would be.
Wide Fisher comes wide, our side to the left. And they
Fumble.
Fumble, the Warriors have it in the backfield.
Yeah, it looks like I think it was Ethan Ondrusik that recovered the fumble, Tom.
I think you're right.
Yep, great job by the Warriors and great job by the defense there.
Well, you got to feel happy for anything good that happens to Ethan
Yeah,
tonight.
big cheer from the crowd, which is really neat there.
So they're at the McGuffey 15-yard line after the fumble recovery by Ethan Ondrusik. And he gets the handoff, and he's going to go into the end zone for the touchdown. That's poetic justice there. He got the fumble, and now he got the touchdown.
Yeah, great cut by Ethan. Great job again by the offensive line up front. And right now the Warriors are just dominating the line of scrimmage up front, Tom.
They certainly are. And it doesn't hurt when you have a little bit of speed like Ethan Ondrusik has.
Yeah, Ethan can run. He's got great speed.
Pratt for the PAT. And it's good.
Last kick is up and good. That'll bring your score. The Central Valley Warriors 14. McGuffey Highlanders 0.
Well, that's exactly what you want to do on a turnover. You want to make your opponent pay, and the Warriors did on the first play after the fumble. And
I'm going to write on my score sheet, McGuffey owned 20 right now. What do you think? Should I? Because it's going to be a touchback.
Oh yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's hard to imagine anything
I'll probably
else.
jinx him at some point. Boy, what a night for high school football. Nice, dry, a little warm, but not too bad. Certainly not sweatshirt weather yet.
No, the last few weeks have felt more like October, which I don't have a problem with. It felt like football weather. Yeah, tonight's a little warmer still, though. A great night for football.
So the Warriors now, after the turnover by Ondrusik,
Yep, see if Pratt can do it again, put it in the end zone here.
.8:28 to go in the first half, 14-0 Warriors. And that kick is short of the end
you
zone.
did it, Tom.
I did jinx him. But you know what? Oh, they broke open. He's got an opening. All the way out to midfield, finally brought down by Pratt. Nice return there by Tristan McAnally.
Yeah, pretty good block there. I couldn't see what the number was, but two of our guys got taken out on the play and left a pretty big gaping hole that they were able to get a long return on that.
Well, by far the biggest spark of the football game for the Highlanders at the CV 46. Pratt's kick was 2 yards shy of the end zone that time.
There's the first
And they're
throw
going
of
to
the
throw
game.
it. And it's way too
Oh,
high and
baby.
almost intercepted. Schroes had a hand. No, check that.
Yeah,
that
it was Nastic was able to
Nastic.
get a hand on it. Yep.
Yep, Braylon Nastic. Well, I like the call, though. You got the big special teams play, and
Sure.
you finally throw the ball on first down. It's a good call by Coach Perry.
Yep, you got to be aggressive.
Does bring up 2nd down and 10, however. Wyatt Fisher's a good target at 6'2", 170 on that right side. Timeout McGuffey as Coach Nate Perry sees something he doesn't like.
Well, Tom, this is a great start for the Warriors. This is exactly what you needed. You know, again, you had mentioned right before the start of the game they very easily could be 2-1, two real tough losses. The first one to Montour, and then last week to Bell Vernon, and you know, we honestly got beat by TJ. You got to give them a lot of credit, but you know, you're coming off 3 tough games. You're 0-3. All your goals still lie ahead of you with conference play just starting, and you want to get off to a good start tonight. And this is, you know, so far has been a huge confidence builder for the Warriors, and they just got to keep building on it each possession.
And it hasn't been a fast start, but
right,
but
exactly.
it's been methodical, I think. And the big turnover by Ondrusik at the 15-yard line of McGuffey really set up that second score as well.
Right.
And then he scored on the very next play from 15 yards out.
Yeah, if I recall, we punted the ball once, missed the field goal, and then 1 punt.
Right. They've had 3 punts already. 2nd down, 10 to go.
Tackle over.
And no gain on the play. Host of Warriors there, led by Shearer. And Carmine Cooley was in there. 3rd and 10. Still a lot of time left in this first half, 7:50 to go. 3rd down, 10.
Let's see what McGuffey dials up here on 3rd down. Obviously, it's been heavy run so far.
McAnellen goes wide to the right, and they run it again. That time it was Cash Main. What a name that is, Cash Main. I like it.
Sounds
K-A-S-H.
almost sounds like a linebacker.
Cash Main.
He is a linebacker on defense.
4th down and 10. They're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, gang of Warriors there on the tackle, and
that's a big defensive stop after giving up the big
the
kickoff return.
Yep. Warriors are in a punt safe here.
Micaiah Ahmed at his own 20-yard line. They do kick it away, and Ahmed's going to catch it.
Some room.
And it closed pretty quickly. Great special teams play by Brody Wagner. He's an athlete. This kid's made several plays on special teams. Now we got a flag back near the line of scrimmage. Could this be coming back?
Yeah, I almost wonder if it, could be on Central Valley. Maybe if someone was offsides. I'm not real sure. I didn't see what happened. Still waiting on a call here. Block in the back.
On the Warriors.
That'll be probably a 10-yard penalty.
Half the distance to the goal line.
That'll take him all the way back to about the 7-yard line.
Need a nice long 93-yard drive here.
Plenty of time for it. 6:34 and a half with 3 timeouts remaining. They're going to throw for it, incomplete.
Yeah, he had him. Braddock had him there. It was just a little bit out of, about a half a step out of Micaiah Med's reach. I was curious if they throw the football there. They're still, Montour, McGuffey, they're going straight zero coverage, which, you know, when you're down back against your own end zone here, it's not a bad time to throw the football and take a shot. We'll see if maybe, I would imagine they're going to run the ball here, but I like the aggressive play call on first down.
And now they're in a little bit of a hole here, 2nd and 10. They'll run the sweep to Lawson, and Lawson's breaking it to the outside. He's got the first down and a whole lot more out to the 32-yard line.
Yeah,
Gain of 25 on the play.
Great block Tom on the outside. I believe it was Adam Schroeds, wide out for the Warriors, had a great block that sprung them for probably a good 10, 15 more yards. Great job to get out of the hole there,
you want to have your receivers blocking on a play like that, and Schroeds did. All the way out to the 32. Pass over the middle is complete. Lawson's breaking tackles. He's in the secondary. One man to beat. And he's going to go. He's going to take it coast to coast like butter on toast. Lawson with the touchdown.
Aaron did a great job there, Tom. He just ran a little hook route, sat in the seam, and then turned outside where you've got less people to deal with and was able to get outside. And Adam Schroeds did a great job of sealing off the corner, which was able to spring Aaron for the long gain and eventually the touchdown.
I got 68 yards unofficially on that catch.
Great hustle by Brady Knoll too on the play. He was running right alongside Aaron at the end.
Boy, Lawson has some quickness. He has that extra gear.
Oh yeah.
This drive started at their own 7-yard line. And the kick is good. 21-0 Warriors.
Yeah, I was trying to see on the play before on Shear's long run who there was another great block, and it was Luke Jerevac that sprung him for the gain as well.
Wow, you start at your own 7-yard line. Throw an incomplete pass on first down. It's 2nd and 10 at your own 7. And they pick up 25 yards on a run and then 68 on the pass.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, great job. Well, Tom, it's been a while since we've seen a 21-0 score. We were commenting before the start of the game how a few years ago this was pretty common that we'd see games get off to starts like this, and obviously we want to keep the pedal down, and there's a long way to go in this football game, but this is exactly the kind of start that you want.
Not only that, Central Valley will receive the second half kickoff. So you have that in your back pocket as well.
That was
yeah, that's a kickback, touchback. Looks like he was frustrated. Kicked that one out of the end zone.
A little extra motivation.
No doubt about it. This is my man Lanny Fratteri, would you say?
Ladies and gentlemen, Central Valley will be hosting its first homecoming parade and bonfire on Wednesday, September 24th, beginning at 5 p.m. The parade will proceed from Todd Lane Elementary to the high school, starting promptly at 6 p.m. There will be several food and beverage trucks located in front of the high school. All are welcome to attend.
Well, not as good starting field position for McGuffey on this possession.
Yeah, they were at the CV 46 on the last one and couldn't do anything. They have 2 timeouts left in this first half. 21-0 Warriors. Tom Hayes and Mike Sullivan with you. I want to thank, as always, Sean Render and Ethan Young. I've said it before, but those guys do all the hard work, Mike. We get to have the fun. We just get to sit here and talk about football. These guys are worried about buttons and knobs and sound control and all the cameras. Oh, man.
That's right.
I
These
couldn't
guys
take
are
that
running
kind
the
of
show
pressure.
back here. They look like they know what they're doing, though.
They do. They actually do.
We wouldn't even know if they didn't know what they were doing.
Well, that's true, too. I'm about as untechnical as you can get. Second down and 11. Draw play, no loose football. They're going to say he was down.
Yeah,
I think that's the right call.
Yeah, ball came out and the whistle had even blown too.
Yes.
It's hard to tell if he was down. I think he was, but the whistle had blown.
Fermanak on the carry. 3rd and 10. Now you get a stop here, Mike, and if you're Central Valley, you're like, plenty of time to get another drive going.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've got 3 timeouts still, so yeah, plenty of time to get off the field
And,
here
you know,
and put
first
the ball
half,
in the end zone again.
You know, guns a-blazing. You put as many points on in the first half as you can. Not only that, you think about the mercy rule, which is at 35 points. If you get to that point, then you got a moving clock, and things go a lot quicker.
Right. Timeout. I think McGuffey called another timeout.
Did McGuffey
that was
take
their
that?
second. Yes,
Okay.
I believe they did. Yeah, and as you mentioned too, the Warriors will get the ball to start the second half, which they notoriously, if they win the toss, Coach Lyons typically will defer to get the ball to start the second half.
Well, I think McGuffey won the toss and elected to take the ball.
Right, correct.
Which surprised me. I was surprised that they did that.
So far, I know we talked about, I think they've got 1 pass attempt. We'll see if they throw the football here on 3rd and 10. The first time they threw the ball, I believe it was a 2nd down. Wasn't even 3rd and long.
Doing some research for the game, according to the sortable statistics in the Post-Gazette, McGuffey only has 1 completed pass on the season in the first 3 games. Well, that's by the starting quarterback, so maybe they had a backup QB that threw it. But Dakota Reedy only had 1 completion.
Warriors are loading up the box again, too, which they've pretty much done all night so far.
Third down 10. Highlanders football. And they run it, and they're going to get about 3 yards.
Looked like Bosco and Sullivan on the tackle there. Warriors are going to get off the field here again with, like you mentioned, opportunities for some really good position.
Good read by Jackson Sullivan coming up to help Bosco with the tackle. He came out of that safety position quick. Man, the old man never had quickness like that to the hole.
I can tell you I was never physical on defense like that either.
Actually, you did. You were all right. So should be good field position for the Warriors. Back to punt, Sam Stout. And McGuffey takes a timeout.
Yeah, that'll be their 3rd. That's an interesting timeout there.
I don't think they had enough men on for the
missed
punt,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
And I think he was thinking, oh, my Lord, I got to burn a timeout or we get this thing blocked.
Yeah, so that'll be their last. The Warriors still have 3, and like you mentioned a few minutes ago, plenty of time, 3:25 left on the clock.
Things don't get easier for McGuffey. They have to go another long ways to play North Catholic at Stone Field next Friday night, and Central Valley will go down the road across the river to face the Beaver Bobcats, and one of their biggest rivals.
Old J.C. Stone Field. We played there my junior year in high school, and then it was still natural grass, and there were stones on the field.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not doubting that at all. High kick by Stout, not deep.
Ooh.
And it takes a Warrior roll at midfield.
Yeah, that was close. Almost hit Nastic, was down blocking, and he had his back turned, and the ball took a crazy bounce and almost hit him in the leg. Unfortunate there. Going to get great field position here in this drive.
Fifth punt of the first half for McGuffey. CV at the midfield stripe. 3:16 to go in the half with 3 timeouts remaining. Warriors leading at 21-0. Lawson lines up in the slot. He goes in motion. And they're going to throw it. And
I think that may have gotten tipped. That was intended for Ahmed. I think it might have gotten tipped at the line of scrimmage, Tom.
Yeah, that ball's on the money. Ahmed still, he's in the end zone.
He's still running. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they ran the exact same play as they did on the last series when they had the ball down inside the 10 and just ran a slant, and he had him. And it's wide open too, because they actually on that one motioned Lawson across the formation, which drew that defensive back to the other side of the field with Lawson.
It was
so it was one-on-one.
Middle was wide open.
Right.
They throw it again this time to Lawson.
Wow, great catch.
And great catch, but a loss of 5.
Yeah, that one was a little bit high too, and Aaron pulled it down basically with one hand, but yeah, wasn't able to shake the defensive back.
Riley Salisbury with a great defensive play there for McGuffey. McGuffey is down in the Claysville area, Washington County.
Yeah, southwest of Washington, right?
It's a little bit of a haul for the Highlanders. Of course, that's where Braddock Ambrose got his first start last year on the road with 5 touchdown passes. Pass complete to Shearer. Shearer has a first down. Still on his feet. Might have stepped out of bounds, though, and he did.
Yeah, I think he stepped out at about the 31. Great pickup, though. Great job by Ethan. Good ball by Braddock, and huge first down for the Warriors, converting on 3rd and 15.
I'll tell you what, when Ethan gets a head of steam coming at you, I don't want to get in front of him.
Yeah.
I don't want to make that tackle.
Yeah, he's a load, and like you said, he gets running downhill, and not someone you want to have barreling down on you, that's for sure.
That's why I've always been up in the booth and not down on the playing surface. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Lawson over the middle.
Yeah, Aaron
Yeah,
had
Braddock knows it too. He's like,
Yep,
my bad. Should have had him, guys.
Yeah, Aaron had a few steps on the defensive back, and yeah, like I said, the ball just seems to be sailing a little bit on Braddock, and just when I'm watching, watching back in some of these replays, it just looks like he's throwing a little bit tendency right now, throwing off his back foot, and that's when the ball sails on you. Yeah, just over his head.
2nd down, 10 for the Warriors, and they're going to throw it again. And that was a miscommunication there between quarterback and receiver. Mackay, Ahmed, and Ambrose talking to each other. Someone zigged when they should have zagged.
Yeah, Ahmed was running deep. Looked like he had planned to run a fade, and Ambrose threw it like he should have ran a hitch. Definitely some miscommunication there.
So 3rd down and 10 to go.
See if we
probably need a few yards to get in Pratt range.
Sure, yeah, this would be about a
48-yarder.
48-yarder.
Almost here. And they'll give it to Shearer. And Shearer's going to have the first down. And still on his feet to the outside. He's down to about the 10-yard line. Oh, what a run by Ethan Shearer.
Yeah, not the best tackling, but, man, you got to give Ethan credit, too. He broke a couple, and then Adam Schroeds did a great job downfield of blocking downfield to help Ethan pick up some extra yardage on the play.
And the Warriors are going to burn their first time out here. And that will be a 1st and goal, seeing where they mark it. Yes, it's at the 10. Right at the 10, so they have a full 10 yards to get the touchdown. cannot pick up a first down
Right.
unless there's a penalty on the defense.
Tell you what, the offensive line's been doing a great job, and the wideouts have been doing a great job blocking downfield. Can't stress enough for the receivers. When I coached at Geneva, I coached receivers, and their job always they knew was you're a run blocker first, because you can be the one that springs a 6-yard run into a 60-yard run if you're aggressive and blocking downfield. And so far tonight, the receivers have been doing a great job blocking downfield, helping the running backs pick up extra yardage.
There's no doubt. The biggest problem is convincing a receiver to put that kind of
That's
work
right.
in.
Yeah, you got to take pride in it.
That's why
you got to love doing it.
That's why, in my humble opinion, Hines Ward is a Hall of Famer.
Oh, absolutely.
And he should be in the Hall of Fame because it's more – his numbers are there as a receiver. But when you tack on being probably one of the best blocking wide receivers of all time, how are you not in?
Yep, no doubt.
It's just Steeler envy. There's too many Steelers in the Hall of Fame sometimes for some of these guys. Again, L.C. Greenwood's up in the veterans category this year, and I'd love to see L.C. get in too. First and goal at the 10 for the Warriors. They lead at 21-0 with 1:53 to go in the half.
So Central Valley's lined up in their full house here with 3 backs, the 3 E's.
E3
the
backfield,
three-headed monster here, and they don't throw the ball too much out of this formation. Maybe a little bit of naked to the tight end, but
I think
they're going to run the football.
I think
here.
Ethan's going to get the ball here. And he does. Which one is it? Shearer? No.
I couldn't see. It
might have been
wasn't
Bosco.
Shearer. Yeah, it was Bosco. Great job. Great surge up front. Colt Cantito in the game. He's a sophomore at tight end for the Warriors, the right tight end.
Pickup of 3. And it's Ethan Shearer, and he is no signal yet. He's at the 1, I think. Probably inside the 1.
Yeah, tell him Cantito in at the second tight end for the Warriors as Mikey Creel last week was injured, and I'm not sure what his status is. I know he's not dressed tonight, but hopefully he'll be back. He's a key piece and a veteran senior leader for the Warriors.
And Ethan Shearer into the end zone for the touchdown.
Great job up front by the O-line, and great job by Ethan to punch it in.
Well, when you score with a minute to go in a half, boy, that puts the momentum clearly on your side going into the break. That'll make it 27-0 with the PAT pending here by Dominic Pratt. These extra points are important because the next one, if you get a touchdown, extra point is 35, which is the mercy clock.
Yep.
And it's good.
Yeah, he got it.
28-0.
Another great job by the Warriors to extend the lead to 28, with a little bit over a minute to go before the half. Tell you what, too, Tom, we've mentioned it a few times already. The offensive line up front's done a great job, and they've got a young group in there right now. They had on that last series we mentioned Michael Beatrice, and he's a freshman, and then we've got Timmy McElhaney playing guard, who's a sophomore, and then Maddox Skurlak, who's also a sophomore, and then O'Neill and it was O'Neill and Alexander in there. So young group, but they're doing a great job.
You know, Timmy McElhaney, you mentioned him. He got a lot of playing time as a freshman.
He did. On
that O-line and did a remarkable job, and still doing a great job as a sophomore. Great young man from an awesome family. So that it's great to see these young kids contributing. And Mike, your son, only a freshman, getting a start at safety tonight. Ethan Bosco's only a freshman.
Ethan's played a lot.
Starting running back.
Absolutely, yep, and done a great
1A.
job.
I mean, Ethan Shearer's a starting running back, but Bosco gets his fair share of carries.
Yep.
A lot of youth on this team.
Yeah.
And people, you know, are spoiled with all the athletes from the first 15 years or so of Warrior football. But this group's going to have to come together as a team, and they will.
Yep, and as you mentioned, great experience.
That's what Mark Lyons and his staff are noted for, improving as the year goes on, and it's a touchback.
Pats kick goes out of bounds for a touchback.
Well, you would think that McGuffey would be very conservative. They don't have any timeouts left, so they'll probably just hand the ball off a couple times and go into the halftime break. I'd say go into the locker room at halftime, but during the pregame, they just sat here on the hillside instead of going up to the school.
I know the school doesn't have AC, so I would imagine it's pretty hot in there tonight with it being warm today. So
yeah,
they put they stayed out.
They put the visitors in the
the auxiliary
we used to
gym.
be the old junior high gym,
right.
so yeah, I guess you could call it auxiliary gym. When I was in school, it was the junior high gym. Of course, that was 49 years ago.
Only 49.
Yep, my 50th year anniversary. Class of 76 will be next year.
I was born 49 years ago, Tom.
I don't want to hear that. I told you you're working with an old man, didn't I? You guys are lucky that I remember to show up here on a Friday night. Again, at their own 20-yard line, we would expect nothing but a couple quick handoffs, maybe just one.
Yeah.
By McGuffey as they're down 28-0. The Warriors with the impressive lead. No gain on the play. Probably lost a couple.
Yeah, they're just getting eaten up front by our front, defensive front, and like we've already mentioned the O-line as well. And
they're not going to take another snap. They'll let the clock run out. And at the half, Central Valley leads at 28-0. Taking a look at the scoring in the first half by Central Valley. They got on the board first with a 34-yard touchdown run by Ethan Shearer with 10:08 to go in the second quarter, so a little bit of a slow start, nothing happening. They did miss a 35-yard field goal in the first quarter, but then Dominic Pratt's extra point was good to give the Warriors a 7-0 lead. Then it was a 15-yard run by Ethan Ondrusik after he recovered a fumble with the McGuffey 15-yard line. Extra point good again by Pratt. 14-0, Warriors led it with 8:28 to go in the second quarter. And then the big play of the first half, Braddock Ambrose throws the ball to Aaron Lawson. It goes 68 yards for the touchdown. The extra point is good. It's 21-0 with 5:43 to go in the second quarter. And now right at the end of the half with just a minute to go in the half, Ethan Shearer takes it in from 1 yard out for the Central Valley touchdown. The extra point is good by Dominic Pratt. That's our score at the half. Central Valley 28, McGuffey nothing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time to welcome the 2025 Highlander Marching Band onto the field to perform their halftime show, Immortal Beloved. The band is under the field command of Drum Major Savannah Slusser and Ella Coffey. Savannah Slusser, is your band ready? majors for this lovely time were Savannah Slusser and Ella Coffey. The color guard captains are Jody Adams and Alex Watts. The drum captain is Jason Hinton. Soloists are mallets Logan Crow and Colin Shell. The mellophone solo is by Jenna Campbell, and dance Josie Adams and Alex Watts. The band is under the direction of John Harrell, assisted by Christina Giho, Kirsten Legler, Nathan Bukowski, and Lindsay Six, Cameron Bowley, and the coolest guy we know, Gene Capolini. Have a wonderful night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field the 2025 Central Valley Warrior Marching Band. Get ready to rock out to some of the biggest hair band hits of the 70s and 80s with songs from Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, Kiss, and Twisted Sister. As the Central Valley Band takes you back to a time when Aquanet and spandex jumpsuits were a pinnacle of fashion. Now, feel free to rock along as the Warrior Band presents their 2025 show, Rock Solid. direction of band director Wendy Lewis with assistants Craig Whitkey, Luke Walker, color guard sponsor Brandon Love. Thank you for your continued support of the music program. Please have a safe evening.
And after a great performance by both McGuffey and Central Valley, the marching band's doing a nice job at halftime. Thanks to Big Norm Eli, we got some stats here. Ethan Shearer had 102 yards rushing in the first half. Ethan Bosco had 22. Braddock Ambrose was 4 out of 10 for 85 yards. Passing, Aaron Lawson, 3 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. McGuffey only had 24 yards of total offense, Mike, in that first half, all of it on the ground.
Yeah, it's been hard for McGuffey to move the ball much. And like we said, Tom, in the first half, I think they only threw the ball, had 1 pass attempt, and they've just had a hard time moving the ball. You know, with Central Valley's defensive front has done a really good job, and they've just not been able to get anything going. I don't know if you mentioned the total yards, but I was looking here on the stats on the iPad here, and Central Valley's got a total of 337 yards in the first half.
Wow. There's a couple halftime scores. Hopewell over Beaver 21-20 at the half, and Mars leads Aliquippa 6-0 at the halftime break.
Actually, I'm sorry. It looks like 297. What am I looking at here?
297, yeah.
Oh, that's run.
pass. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that would be. That's right. That's 337. Yep.
See, I wasn't even a math genius, and I figured that out. So Central Valley with a 28-0 lead will receive the second half kickoff by Sam Stout, who was busy with 5 punts in the first half. Returnable kick at the 10. And that's Andrusic with it, trying to find an opening, and now he does. Out to the 32-yard line. Nice run there by Ethan Andrusic.
Yeah, good cut by Ethan at about the 25 to pick up an extra 5 yards. Give the Warriors good field position to start this possession, to start the second half.
They'll mark him right at the 31. Let's see if this rushing attack can pick up where it left off. Of course, they had a one big pass play to Aaron Lawson for the touchdown. Tight handoff, good yardage up the middle. And that's Shearer for another 11, 12 yards, who's already over 102.
Yeah,
now
great
he's up to
pickup.
about 114.
Yep. Yeah, obviously a great pickup there on first down to move the chains.
Shearer has it again. He's got another big gainer. He's all the way to the outside, down to the 20-yard line, to the 15, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Ethan Shearer.
Great job up front again by the O-line. Maddox Skurlak looked like he was able to get to the second level and got a good block. And great job for Shearer to finish it off and take it to the house.
And that was, what, 56 yards, I believe? So he's approaching 200 yards already. This will be the mercy clock if they can put on the PAT. Shearer showing that speed. He's deceptively fast. Kick is up and good, and it's 35-0 Warriors. And we will have a moving clock the rest of this football game.
Yeah, just great blocking up front again by the offensive line. And once Ethan got into the secondary, he did the rest.
He made one cut across the field, and that was it. He just outran the secondary.
Well, we'll see, Tom, if McGuffey opens it up a little bit here. You've really got nothing to lose, and they've got a really young football team too. I think that you mentioned they've only got 6 seniors. They've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this team. So you look at it that way too. Obviously, hopefully within the next couple of years, they're going to have a lot of young kids that have gotten a lot of experience, which will benefit them as they move forward over the next few years. But really young football team. And
the new cycle comes up next year as far as realignment. So I don't know what their numbers are, Mike. They were right on a border to going from double to triple A. So maybe they'll back down to double A, which would help their cause as well. Low liner, not a touchback, down to the 8-yard line. Good special teams coverage and a flag on the play. What a hit there by Braylon Nastic. That was a nasty hit by Nastic.
That was actually Cooley, Tom.
Cooley, okay,
yeah,
my mistake.
Yeah, great tackle. That was textbook.
Flag is.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on Central Valley. I'm not sure what
Holding on the Warriors.
Holding on the Warriors. That's a rare call on a kick return, and you're the kickoff team.
Penalty. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see who they called it on. The only thing I can think of is that someone grabbed someone and threw him to the ground, but I don't know what they would have called there, who that would have been on.
They'll take over at their own 34-yard line, trailing at 35-0. They're going to throw it.
Football.
And that ball is going to be tipped away by Brady Knoll. Incomplete passes. This is where you see the mercy clock in effect, Mike. The clock's still running on an incomplete pass.
Right.
So that'll make this second half go a little bit faster.
Good pass break up there by Brady.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner of the touchdown club route. It is Terry and
Let's see what McGuffey does here on second down.
Well, they try to surprise Central Valley with a first down pass. I like the call. Second down, 10 Highlanders. And no gain on the play. Dennis Fermanak.
Another great job there by the defensive line. And it's about 5 or 6 Warriors in on the tackle there.
No gain.
Yeah, Laxey lost a yard. Third down, 11 to go.
It'll be interesting, Tom. I think that was their second pass attempt of the game. Now, you would think they'd throw the ball here on third down and 10.
And they fumbled a snap. And I don't see a whistle.
I actually think they might call a false start.
They did. They got the flag down. It was in the middle of the line. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think it might have actually been on the quarterback, to be honest.
So 5 against the Highlanders.
Looked like Reedy, the quarterback, came out from under center a little early, expecting the ball to be snapped sooner. And
so 3rd and 15 now. 35-0 on a moving clock for the Warriors. And that's a fumble, but they pick it up. But it's no gain in the backfield.
Yeah, trouble again on the exchange. It's going to make it 4th and 15 for McGuffey.
Number 6 coming up for Stout. And Makai Ahmed, the junior, back deep at his own 43-yard line. Stout's been a busy man.
Yeah, he has. This the 6th punt of the night?
Number 6. Good kick. Returnable by Ahmed. And Mackay's going backwards, looking for some blocking. Has it, but we got a flag. And got into Highlander territory. It's going to come back.
Flag.
But I think it looked to me like Mackay got hit in the helmet. So we might have offsetting penalties here.
Yeah, the flag on the far side likely has to be either a block in the back or a hold. I missed at the very end. You're saying that the flag on the near side here, Tom?
From my vision, I thought Mackay got hit in the helmet on the return at midfield. Looked like someone hit him in the head. And then after I saw that, the flag did come flying. But I'm not down on the field. So these guys in the stripes are closer than I am.
Yeah, with the one official kind of signal, they're talking about it here at midfield. I wonder if it is going to be offsetting.
Now they want to talk to head coach Mark Lyons.
Trying to see on the replay. It's not up here yet.
Taking their time deciphering this all out.
Yeah, they're going to make them, looks like they're going to make them punt the football again. Oh, no. Crackback block on Central Valley. Oh, yeah.
Yep, one each way. That face mask was more a love tap than a grab, but it definitely was hands to the helmet.
Yep.
On Mackay.
Yeah, so offsetting penalties, so they'll punt it again.
Okay, Stout has to do it again. He's like, come on, man, I'm out here punting 6 times already. Why make it 7?
He's going to have to ice his foot.
Good snap, high kick. And what a roll for McGuffey all the way down to the 21-yard line. Ahmed couldn't come up and make the fair catch. He had a defender right in front of him.
Yeah, and he called a fair catch and looked like he was right there, and for some reason didn't catch the football. And I'm not sure if he lost it and wasn't able to see it or what. But fortunately, it didn't take too terribly long of a bounce. But
a good kick by Stout nonetheless, all the way down to the 21. Warriors take over, leading at 35-0. Pass for Makai Ahmed. It's open.
he's going to go.
He's going to go. They're not going to catch him. Makai Ahmed is going to go coast to coast like butter on toast. Touchdown, Warriors.
Well, that was
79 yards.
Yeah, great job there. Great throw by Braddock. That was that slant again, Tom, that they weren't able to connect on twice previously in the first half, and this time they were able to for a huge touchdown.
I have 79 yards unofficially on that toss and run.
Yep, ball was on the 21. That was a great ball by Braddock. Hit him right in stride, and he said they've been playing nothing but zero coverage, so once he caught the ball, there was no one in sight.
That'll pad Braddock Ambrose's stats a little bit with those two long receptions. One to Lawson, one to Ahmed. Kick is good, 42-0 CV. Well, Mike, you wonder why they throwing the football with a 35-0 lead. Basically, you talked about it. That play has been available all night long, and I think frustration-wise, they just wanted to prove that they could make it work one time.
Right. Yeah, it's been there, and yeah, finally they were able to connect on it and extend the lead to 42-0.
Now you're at that point, if you're Central Valley, if you got a couple guys who are banged up or fatigued, take them out of the game and give them a break.
Yeah, you definitely want to get out of this game, as healthy as you possibly can going into next week. Another conference matchup against Beaver
at Pat Tarquinio Field, Gypsy Glen Stadium, the field named after legendary coach Pat Tarquinio, one of my dear friends that I've known in the business throughout the years of covering high school football. Not a finer gentleman you'll ever want to meet than Pat.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
Classic guy, just a great gentleman. Sure do miss my friend Pat. And Pratt says, you know what, I think I'll try another touchback, and he does.
Yeah, that one was about 7 yards deep in the end zone.
He gets mad when he doesn't get a touchback. The next kick, you can almost put money on it.
That's right.
Not that we would ever do that gambling thing.
So Ben Keener is a sophomore for the Warriors. He's going to check in at Spur for Ethan Ondrusik.
I wonder if Ambrose's night is over. Might be a good time to get your backup quarterback some reps.
Yeah, they may, and I don't see Garrett Warsing's the backup quarterback. He also starts at linebacker. I don't see him in there right now.
Tight handoff. Still nowhere to run.
Yeah, maybe picked up barely a yard there.
Timmy McElhaney with the tackle. Now Warsing does come in defensively now.
Yeah, Noah Krawcheck checking in for Aaron Lawson. His night's probably done, and it looks like Connor Fitzgerald checking in for, I believe he just came in for Knoll.
Connor's only a sophomore.
Yep, and Maishawn Steele's at the other corner. He's a sophomore checking in at the other corner.
Fumble, and A real scrum for the ball.
Wow,
Now
I don't know
a flag.
who got it. The ball was all over the place.
And what's the flag going to be? You would think it has to be a hold where the flag was thrown.
I'm not sure. The ball hit the turf right away, and you could actually see in the backfield one of
They're
the
waving
Warriors
off
picked
the
it up.
flag. So they pick up the flag, and evidently McGuffey recovered the fumble.
Oh, no, it was recovered by Central Valley. It was Steele that recovered it.
Steele steals it away. Really no signal until well after the play.
Yeah, it was hard to see. Like I said initially, when the ball hit the turf, it looked like one of the Warriors. Yeah, it was Adam Schroeds actually tried to pick it up and run with it, and it got kicked, and then it bounced around a little bit, and then, yeah, Steeles was able to come up with it.
There's a McGuffey 21. And the Warriors jump. The left tackle got a jump, Jarius Baker.
Yeah, so quite a few new players in now, Tom, for Central Valley.
Worsing in at quarterback.
Yep, Worsing in at quarterback. They've got, looks like Krawcheck in the slot at receiver, and
Nick Plunker,
the senior. Jackson Sullivan's the other receiver, and I can't see who they've got at tight end right now.
Inside handoff is Ethan Bosco, and he's got about 5.
Good hard run there by Ethan.
Timeout McGuffey.
Danny Leonard, also a freshman. Danny's going to be a really good player. He's a big kid. He's checked in on the O-line as well. So quite a few freshmen, sophomores, few juniors out there right now for the Warriors.
They're listing him at 6'2", 262, Danny Leonard.
Yeah, Danny's a big kid.
Danny's grandfather, good friend of mine, Dan Slater, the Monaca basketball great, who was a former head basketball coach at Center High School.
Okay.
Danny Slater he coached at Community College of Beaver County as well. And I graduated with his wife, Mary Jo Dubiak. So a little family connection there. Saw Dan and Mary Jo before the game.
Looks like Skurlak and McElhaney are the only starters left in on the O-line for the Warriors.
Tight hand off to Bosco. Ethan's up the middle, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Now they're going to,
they're going to give it to him. Yeah, it was close, but yeah, he got it.
I thought maybe we were going to mark him down at the half-yard line, but Bosco takes it in from 19 yards.
Great cut right at the end by Ethan. Great blocking up front, again, by some of these young O-linemen. Did a great job, got a great surge up front, and Ethan did the rest once he got into the secondary.
These are young guys. You let them play ball.
Yeah, 2 great cuts by Ethan. One when he got to the second level, and then one when he got into the secondary.
Pratt's PAT is up and good for the 49th point. Second half touchdowns for Central Valley. Ethan Shearer started things off with a 56-yard touchdown run with 11:20 to go in this third quarter to make it 35-0. That invoked the mercy rule as the clock continues to run. And then Braddock Ambrose throws a 79-yard touchdown pass to Makai Ahmed. And Ahmed did a lot of running on that one to make it 42-0. After a fumble recovery by Maishawn Steeles, Ethan Bosco goes 19 yards for the touchdown on the ground. The extra point attempt is good by Pratt, and we're at 49-0. Central Valley with 5:52 remaining in the contest. Good first section game win for the Warriors.
Got some new Warriors checking in here, Tom, on the kickoff team. Levi Majors is a freshman. Trying to pick out some of the other kids here that haven't been in. Jaden Herbold, sophomore, checking in on kickoff team. Looks like Ben Sawinski. Ben's a senior, I believe. Caden Kramer.
Touchback.
Kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 in the Highland. Ball 20-yard line.
Tell you what, if you're on Central Valley's kickoff team, you basically just get to sprint down the field. You don't get to hit too many people unless you hit someone on the first level, because that ball's going into the end zone every time.
49 points. They only had 2 non-touchbacks.
Right.
2 coverable kicks, I guess you could say, for the Warriors. Now it's kind of if there's a JV game tomorrow, which I understand there is against Seton LaSalle, a lot of these kids are going to have to play again tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Who are playing now, so that's kind of dicey.
Yep, that can get tricky, and it's going to be an early morning for them too. They got a decent drive to Seton LaSalle. Oh, they ran scissors and they got him.
Nice play. That's a big first down for McGuffey. By far their biggest play of the night. And they may go all the way. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. What a run by Furmanak. Noah Krawczyk finally pushes him out of bounds. Well, even though Mark's cleared the bench, Mark Lyons not happy giving up that big run, but you're going against their first team.
Right, yeah, we actually were out leveraged pretty bad there. And the defensive end dipped inside and just left everything wide open on the perimeter. And it was a big game
Dante
for McGuffey.
Gadani at quarterback now for McGuffey. Tight handoff. McElhaney with the stop.
Good job by Timmy there to make the tackle for only about a 1-yard gain.
My man Cash Main with the carry. That could be one of my favorite names of all time. Cash Main, the dude is money. Second down, 9 to go. McGuffey.
Got to think McGuffey's going to continue to run the ball here.
Dante Gadani, a sophomore, to quarterback, 6 foot 160. And he's going to keep it. Pitches it back, and I thought they might throw it for a second, but gain of 2 down to the 10-yard line. Furmanak with the carry. Maishawn Stills with the stop. Well, they're in 4-down territory, 3rd and 8.
Right.
At the 11.
That was the first time we saw them run the option. They do run the option. That was the first time they ran it tonight. They actually, the quarterback kept it and pitched it to the tailback.
Tight handoff, short yardage. It'll be 4th and long.
Yeah, it looked like they only picked up about a half a yard there.
Ethan Bosco with the stop.
Well, you want to get off the field here. You'd love to hold them. You know, got quite a few young kids now, and you know, these kids are. This is great experience for them, and
I thought
put a little bit of pressure on them here. You'd love to see them be able to get off the field.
Since they didn't get in the yardage, I thought maybe they'd go for the field goal just to avoid a shutout. You've seen some coaches do that, but they're going to go for it, which I think makes the most sense. They're going to throw for it. Gadani's rolling out. He's under pressure. That ball is out of the end zone, and now we got a late hit. They're going to call, I think, a late hit on a quarterback.
Yeah, he threw it away, and it was close, but I think it was the right call.
And they're going to get an automatic first down out of this.
That hurts.
Well, one thing I will give a lot of credit to Coach Nate Perry is he's made some substitutions too. Even, you know, a lot of times you'll see teams getting blown out and they'll just leave their starters in no matter how much you substitute. But he's got a new quarterback in. He's got a couple new backs out there. So he's giving kids an opportunity, and that's good to see.
Yeah. Man, that was a really tough call, Tom. Carmine Cooley was on the tackle, and he was the one that picked up the penalty. But when he went to make the tackle, he had already engaged with the quarterback, and the ball was being thrown, and he didn't know the ball was.
He was just finishing the
right.
tackle.
He didn't know the ball was away, and that was a tough call.
Nice hit up the middle there by Ben Keener. Fermanac with the carry, and Fermanac's banged up a little bit on the play. And looks like McGuffey took a timeout with 1:46 to go.
Looks like, actually, I think they've got someone shaking up on the play. I see the trainer out there. I think the officials called the timeout.
Okay. Yeah, that was Fermanac. He was the one that was injured, the ball carrier. Now he's gingerly taken off the field. He looks to be okay, though.
Braden Parrish checking into the game for the Warriors for Skurlak.
Avonworth leads Thomas Jefferson 27-14 at the half.
Wow.
Mars still over Aliquippa at the end of the third, 6-0. Flag on the play. What's this?
I think they might have too many men on the field.
Illegal substitution.
Oh, yep, they brought in somebody too late. That's what happened. Well, you'll take that if you're Central Valley. Gives you a little bit more breathing room here.
Yeah, pushes them back to the 10. Second and goal at the 10. 1:09 remaining in the game. Timeout McGuffey. Boy, they want to score in the worst way. I don't blame them.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with this.
Yep. Yeah, you want your kids to keep fighting and not give up. And
it's a good lesson.
You got to keep playing football here.
I mean, it'd be easy if you're McGuffey. Hey, we're down 49-0. Let's just take a couple knees and go home. But they're working hard to try to get into that end zone. And who can blame
that's
them?
right. Yeah, and this is a great opportunity. You got a lot of young kids in the football game for both teams now, and like this is their opportunity to to show what they can do, and gives them an opportunity to get some playing time in a varsity football game, and you want to take advantage of it. Yeah, you both teams want your kids to keep playing. Second and 10. Yeah, the sticks are down, so they can't pick up a first down here.
Yeah, this drive started inside the 10.
That's right. Yep.
So second down and goal to go with 1 minute to go in the game. Inside handoff, lost in the backfield. Big defensive play there by George Lewis. Or check that,
yeah,
44.
Yep, Colt Cantino.
Cantino with the stop.
Yeah, I saw the 4-2, and at first I thought it was Lewis as well.
Good play by Colt.
Defensive back.
Colt Cantino. Third and goal at the 14 now.
You'd think they'd take a shot here.
Yeah,
again.
well,
Maybe
they
throw
have
the
to
football.
throw it here because you
got
only
nothing
have
to lose.
You have one timeout, and really clockwise, you only have 15 seconds to work with. So you run this play and call timeout, and they do run it, and they'll get a couple, but they'll have to burn a timeout to set up their final play of the football game.
Still the third, Tom. Yep. It feels like it should be the end of the football game. We're still in the third quarter, believe it or not.
Really? What am I thinking?
Yep.
Yeah, and
it felt long. It did feel long.
What am I talking about? I felt like I've been out here forever. Glad you caught that, Mike. I'm looking at my scoring sheet.
Well, when you said it, I had to do a double take on the
Yeah.
clock, so you're good.
So, but now you have your last timeout. The
Right.
quarter break allows you to save that timeout. I'm thinking of a moving clock that we should have been by the end of the game, but things have slowed up with the timeouts.
Yeah, and the clock will continue to run here with the Warriors up.
23-21 Beaver over Hopewell in the third. What a big game that is. Hopewell
Said
getting
23-21 Beaver.
Right.
Wow, that's a tight one.
That's at Tony Dorsett Stadium.
Well, let's see if the Warriors can keep them out of the end zone here and get the ball back. Good opportunity for these young kids.
Cash Main alone back. They have trips to the left. And they're rolling that way. Pass is batted away.
Yeah, nice play. Nice play. Looked like Ben Keener tipped the ball away.
Yep,
yeah,
Keener with
Keener.
the tip. So on downs. That's the first time I think McGuffey has turned it over on downs. They've either fumbled it or punted it away on their other 8 or 9 possessions. CV at their own 11-yard line. Pretty much their junior varsity team out there. Certainly a lot of subs.
Look like Bosco maybe on the carry there.
And they still have Ethan Bosco. That's
actually, I think that
maybe
was on Drusick, yep.
Yeah, so they do have a couple
Ethan and
veterans.
Ethan, the young Ethans, both wearing number 21 and 20. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
It is. Inside handoff goes nowhere. That time it was Bosco.
Ben Sawinski's still in the slot for the Warriors. Like I mentioned, he's a senior.
No, that was on Drusick.
Dante Nastic was in there for the first two plays. Looks like
they let
Kramer checked in.
Worsing throw it in the air here on 3rd and 10 at your own 10-yard line. Tough spot to put the young quarterback in.
Yeah.
Worsing only a sophomore. On Drusick on the drive. This little dive play up the middle, a draw, and very short yardage.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't gain any there.
So Luke Sarich will be in to kick it away from his own end zone.
I'll tell you what, this would be interesting here. If I'm McGuffey, I'm coming after this punt. You've got nothing to lose, and you've got Central Valley in the shadow of their end zone. We'll see what they do here.
You really don't have anything to lose.
Nope. But you also got an opportunity to get good field position.
Yeah, you don't want to rough the kicker and give him the ball back.
Good return here.
And they run into the kicker, but it's no call. Wouldn't have mattered. That would only been a 5-yard penalty anyways.
Right.
It wasn't roughing the kicker. It would have been running into. Still would have been 4th and 5.
Yeah, that was only, I believe, a 16-yard punt, so McGuffey's going to get really good field position here. We'll see if this young defense can do it again.
It looks like it will be Dante Gadani, sophomore quarterback. Inside draw goes nowhere. Austin also with the stop, another freshman.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up some numbers, see if there's anyone new in there. You just mentioned Austin. Roman Eichler checking in the game at linebacker for Central Valley for Garrett Worsing. Roman, a freshman as well.
5'4", 145. He's a small young man. Big heart, though, to play that inside linebacker spot. This young defense is making the stops. No gain on the play.
They're doing a good job. It looked like Keener in on the stop, and I think Oso again. Krawcheck and Fitzgerald checking out of the game.
Plunkett goes back in, a senior.
Looks like Sawinski checking in at free safety.
3rd down, 10 to go. Pitch back, gain of about 4.
Yeah, they ran the toss there.
McAnellen, Tristan McAnellen. Jackson Sullivan comes up there with a tackle. Still in the game.
We'll see.
Got a lot of playing time tonight. Hopefully the old man doesn't have a lot of yard work for him tomorrow or anything going on.
Tell you what, our grass hasn't needed cutting much, but the backyard needs cutting now.
Oh, wow. Have Caden do it. 4th and 6, and
I've retired from doing that. I only do it, every once in a while I might step in.
I still like cutting. I love to cut grass. I really do. I mean, when I feel
Maybe we could get Ethan or Sean to come over.
Well, my grandson,
cut
Parker
grass.
helps me out. He comes over and does the trimming while I ride the tractor.
There you go.
That's the kind of grandfather I am. I take care of them.
Well, Tom, it felt like just a few minutes ago we were thinking you had mentioned the game was over, and now it's it's flying now with the running clock and only 6 minutes to go here in the.
We had a running clock in the 3rd quarter too. And I
well, you mentioned it did feel long because there was some timeouts.
It was so long with a running clock. I thought we were done. Well, you'll get those brain cramps when you're an old man. Actually, that happened to me at a Blackhawk Christmas tournament one time. Seton LaSalle was playing somebody in the Blackhawk Christmas tournament. It was like 65-12 in the 3rd quarter.
Wow.
At the end of the 3rd quarter, I said, our final score is, well, Bruce Fry said, we still have another quarter to go. I said, oh, my Lord.
You thought they were going to call it.
Oh, it was a horrible game. McAnellen again brought down by Jackson Sullivan over there again.
They got it.
And also Ben Sawinski. Still got the chains.
Yeah, they were able to get the edge there. It was close. I thought we might have stopped them, but they got it. Looked like maybe about the length of the football.
They're down to the 16-yard line. Trying to get those elusive first points. Inside handoff down to the 5, inside the 5. Good drive there. Brody Wagner, I think, was the ball carrier. 1st and goal at the 5.
Yeah, obviously love to keep them out here.
Pretty good lateral movement by number 18. Who is that? Jackson Sullivan showing the speed. He inherited from the old man? Or did he get it from Amy, his mother? Fumble on the play. And looks like the Warriors may have come up with it. Let's see. They're going to have to move some bodies around down there, but I thought the Warriors had it. Evidently not.
Yeah, they were able to get it back. Let's say Amy. He got it from
Okay,
Amy.
Amy
She
got it.
ran track in college.
Well, there you go then. I'm giving
My
Amy.
dad had some wheels too. I never remember him having them because he had bad knees by the time when I was old enough to remember.
Oh, you
but I heard
did
back
all
in the
right.
day he could run.
You did all right yourself. Second and goal at the 6.
Good stop there. Good tackle.
Brody Wagner, the ball carrier. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. I like how these young defenders are reacting to the football.
Yeah, that was Bosco on the tackle. He did a great job there. That was how you're supposed to tackle. Ethan's a wrestler too, so he knows how to tackle, and yeah, he did a great job filling there and driving his feet.
No gain on the play. Third and goal at the 6. They got a big opening, and they're going to get into the end zone. That's Wagner, or check it. Tristan McAnally.
Yeah, he just kept it himself and was able to get in there for the score.
Oh, the quarterback kept it? I thought he gave it
Yeah,
off.
he kept it. Yeah, he faked the toss and kept
Okay.
it. Yeah, he actually lost the ball in the end zone, but he was already across the plane.
So Godani with the touchdown. Stout on for an extra point. He's probably thinking, hey, you mean I don't have to punt? Stout has punted 7 times in the game. (49-6) with the PAT coming up. And flags all over the place. Flags on both sides of the field. Something happened at interior line.
Just got an update, Tom, on the Avonworth and Thomas Jefferson score. Avonworth's up 41 to 14 on TJ.
Wow. The Lopes are for real. Although the Lady Lopes did go down in soccer here on Wednesday night, 4-0 to the Central Valley Lady Warriors. Congratulations to them. Big win for the Lady Warriors in section play. Extra point is blocked. So after the 6-yard touchdown run by Dante Gadani, that cuts the deficit to 49-6 as the Warriors look to just run out the clock after this kickoff. Go to 1-3 on the young season, 1-0 in the 3A Western Hills Conference, which is really what it's all about. Lawson back deep with Andrusik.
Well, Tom, with 142 here, this is likely to be the last possession here for the Warriors. This
Well,
might maybe just a couple plays here.
How about McGuffey with the onside kick here?
I wouldn't think so, but yeah, you never know.
I mean, you don't have a chance of really coming back and winning this football game,
Right.
but just for the heck of it, try to execute one. And they kick it in Never Never Land as Bosco takes the fair catch at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that was good heads-up play by Ethan. He just kind of tried to, what you call, mortar kick it there.
So a couple snaps will do it for the Warriors.
Yeah,
They'll be on the road to Beaver Friday night. McGuffey will have to travel up to North Catholic.
Jackson Turkovich checked into the game at left guard for the Warriors. And a few new receivers in there. I'm trying to see numbers right now.
Is that Josh Jones in at quarterback? Another freshman.
Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting on here. The clock's still running. They're going to wait to. He's just going to have him kneel the football here. Yep.
Still got to snap it before the penalty time runs out on the clock. And they do. So now they don't have to take another snap.
Nope. Yeah, that'll do it.
25 seconds on the game clock and 30 on the play clock. Warriors will wrap it up with a 49-6 victory here at Sarge Albert Stadium. 1-0 in the conference, the AAA conference in the Western Hills. McGuffey will go back with an 0-1 conference record, 0-4 overall. Central Valley now 1-3 on the season. Well, for Mike Sullivan, for Sean and Ethan, this is Tom Hayes saying we want to thank you once again for tuning in and watching Central Valley football here on the Central Valley YouTube network. Final score, Central Valley 49, McGuffey 6. Have a pleasant evening. Good night, everyone.